Live in Las Vegas for the tale of the tape between Paul Williams and Winky Wright. And immediately you see the 10-year age advantage for Paul the Punisher Williams. 3-inch height advantage, 2.5-inch arm length advantage measured from the armpit to the end of the fist by the old traditional reach measurement of wingspan. Paul Williams is off the board. He has an 82-inch wingspan from fingertip to fingertip. They both weighed in under the middleweight limit of 160, and tonight Winky Wright is up to 168, Williams up to 165. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Winky Wright Paul Williams fight is scheduled for 12 rounds, non-title, using the Unified Rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3-knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. A case of cut is caused by an accidental headbutt. We go to the scorecards after 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell at any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
Now a special moment in the ring with Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Your attention please at this time. Just a few days ago, a great friend of boxing and a member of the HBO sports family passed away. He was with HBO for 20 years, and as a special liaison to the fighter, he was a unique individual. From the athletes and the 4-rounders to the superstar champions who appeared on HBO, they all knew they had a friend at the network. He will always be remembered for his big smile, his big heart, his humility and his honesty, and always be remembered for a great 3-point shot on the basketball court. He was just one of the guys, but more than that, to those who knew him, he was one of the very best guys. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please remain silent as we toll a memorial count of 10 for our fallen friend and comrade, Arthur Curry. Peace and love to you, my brother.
For more than 20 years, that chair immediately behind me at ringside was Artie Curry's. More on him at the end of the telecast. Now it's time for our main event.
My nickname is the Punisher, and I punish people. I try to hurt them in them.
That is a star-making performance by Paul Williams.
When I beat Antonio Margarito, I showed the world that I could fight hard for 12 rounds.
Big left hand over the top by Williams. What a performance by young Paul Williams.
The downside of beating Margarito, nobody didn't want to fight me no more. I had to step out of my weight class to get fights.
Williams loading up on hooks. Some tremendous body shots by Paul Williams.
I'm not going to say if I beat Winky, when I beat Winky. That going to mean a whole lot. That means that I beat a Hall of Famer. So now my kids can see that their daddy beat a Hall of Famer. He going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Coming to the ring, Paul the Punisher Williams.
Okay, you ready? Yeah. Name is like a love. Just play.
And you see the graphic that tells you that Paul Williams is fighting a 4th consecutive fight in a 4th different weight class. This is one of the questions about Williams is his identity. Is he a freak of nature, nearly 6'2" welterweight? Is he a middleweight who simply hasn't permanently settled in the middleweight division yet? Or is he somewhere in between? Angel?
Well, I don't think he really right now is a middleweight. Even though he's on the light side, I think his physical structure And the fact that Larry brought out earlier reminded me of he started his career as a middleweight. And I think he won 12 fights by knockout out of his first 13. But I think that it would be a big mistake for him to try to go back to 47 now. Even though he could make it, I think his body's settled in above 150 at this stage here.
All right, just this note. He beat Margarito 21 months ago. After that, he fought Quintana twice, losing once and then avenging it. His management turned down an opportunity to fight Kelly Pavlik, and here he is fighting Winky Wright. The notion that everybody is running from him is, if not just exaggerated, largely just a promotional myth.
Isn't that redundant?
You can promote somebody as a pound and a half of butterscotch. You can do anything you want, but the truth is the truth. Some fighters haven't wanted to fight him. What's so unusual about that? Let him build a reputation. Let him attract more fans than he's attracted tonight, and they'll come running.
Incidentally, what a coincidence. Winky Wright's promoters and managers say nobody wants to fight him.
Well, Winky is...
Well, I've been out the ring for so long because nobody wanted to fight. I miss just fighting, just getting in there, do what I do.
And he sticks the jab in Trinidad's face. 1, 2, 3, 4 more times.
I just want to get back in the ring because I feel like, I had some unfinished business.
Hopkins is stepping on the gas. Noticeable.
I didn't like the way that the fight went with me and Bernard. But what happened, happened. The people know who really win in these fights, even if the judge don't give it to me. When I hear people say that Paul Williams is the most feared fighter, I really can't see it. To really be feared is what I've been my whole career.
Wright looks around at the crowd as if to say, do you love me now?
I'm going to fight Paul Williams, beat Paul Williams, and then, the fans can't do nothing but say, look, he said he'll fight the best, and he's proving it.
Now, making his entrance to the ring, Ronald Winky Wright.
Winky is a very good fighter with a very, very high opinion of himself. In his last 3 fights, he's won, and won. And he rejected a chance to make big money for a rematch with Jermaine Taylor. And if you talk to him, it sounds like he beat Hearns, Hagler, and Leonard all on the same night.
His last fight was an appearance here in Las Vegas against Bernard Hopkins. In that fight, he fought at a weight of 170 pounds, which was clearly too big for him. I still think, Emmanuel, his best weight would be 154, where he was a dominant junior middleweight.
I agree with you. It looks like he was perfect at 154 and never seemed to have struggled too much to make that weight.
I think he didn't struggle to make the weight, but I think he always had the body of a true middleweight. He just happened to be able to make a lower weight, just like Paul Williams happens to be able to make a lower weight, but is not, in my judgment, a true welterweight. If you remember, when he fought Margarito 21 months ago, he weighed 145 on a Friday, and on Saturday he fought at 162.
Talking about Williams there. And now Winky Wright is ready to fight. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
From the Mandalay Bay of Las Vegas, this is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. Sponsored by Remedy, the Fashion Knockout, Tecate, Cerveza con Carácter, and Southwest Airlines low fares, no hidden fees. So now for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue with white and gray, officially weighing in at 159 pounds. His professional record, 51 victories, including 25 knockouts, 4 defeats, and 1